This episode showed us that Kimmy can definitely handle her own. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kamira and this is my review for LAMH Huntsville Season 3, Episode 1, or Season 2, Episode 25, or something like that on the, Anyway, so the title of the episode is called Sisters-in-Brawl. I really enjoyed the episode, you guys. And like I said before, if this is your first time watching, I am doing these reviews because I have nobody to talk to about these episodes. So I want to connect with other people who also enjoy the same shows that I enjoy. If you enjoy this review, go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The song Melody has the, what is the name of it? I don't know, but it's definitely in my playlist right now. Gave you 5 years to cut a roll. I be like, every time I be like, girl, 5 years, but okay. You guys, my favorite two people from this episode is Melody and Kimmy. Like, I like everybody for the most part. I mean, yeah, I really do. I like all of them. All right, you guys, so it starts off kind of recapping last season. It goes over, you know, the breakdown of Melody and Martell. It goes through, you know, Kimmy and Maurice and Jalen and the opening of Tisha and Marcel's restaurant, and just kind of goes through everything that happened on last season. We also see Destiny, you know, her role she played last season as well. So it starts off with Marcel kind of like driving in the car like on dirt and like off-roading with his uncle, and they're talking about how they're going to be building Scott Manor. They have this large land, a piece of land, and they're kind of at a standstill on building on it because of the weather and COVID, so they're at a standstill. They were like, you know what, happy wife, happy life. And he was like, Marcel was like, yeah, but Tisha keep changing this, changing that. And Maurice says, you know what, I'm gonna let y'all build y'all's first so I can go behind y'all and do bigger and better. You know, that whole sibling rivalry thing, it was cute. Maurice and Marcel discussed, you know, the whole happy wife, happy life thing, and about, you know, how Kimmy and Tisha are kind of beefing or not on the same page. Maurice says, you know what, well, Kimmy don't think she did anything wrong. And Marcel is saying, you know what, it seems like Martell and Tisha are kind of alike because they'll respond first instead of like taking a step back to kind of process and then respond. Talk about Martell being on Steve Harvey on the, what is it called? Strawberry Letter, I think it was. Talking about how he apologized to Melody Holt. There was like interviews galore, like review galore of Martell's interview. He do admit to have another child, you know, with the mistress or whatever she's called, side chick, girlfriend now, I don't know. But he did admit to that. They say, or Marcel says, you know what, the best apology is changed behavior. And I agree. And I wish that if he does kind of regret his decisions, he would have done that in their marriage. Like, but okay. Maurice says, you know what, just find ways to bow out gracefully because, you know, you're wrong. You have to be accountable in some ways. I mean, 5 years, probably longer. It's time to just be accountable for what you have done, especially at this point, but okay. All right, so next scene, we see Melody and Destiny talking. We're talking about life after divorce because, of course, at this point, her divorce is finalized. She says she's not quite ready to date, and I follow Melody on, like, social media, and people are always asking her, are you dating? You ready to date? And she'd be like, nope, I'm getting to learn myself and my kids, and, you know, she's, like, real, like, proper, and like she know how to like handle herself, and like, what's the word I want to say, not prim and proper, but like, you know, real, like she know how to answer, she know how to handle herself basically. Melody and Destiny toast to, you know, having her new normal, and Mel says, you know what, she might be celibate, you know, she's spending time to learn herself, what she likes, what she don't like, what she gonna accept, what she won't accept, all of that stuff. Destiny says that she did have a brunch with Kimmy and that it was cool, but Kimmy asked about LAMH and she wasn't ready to discuss LAMH at that point. But she does tell Melody that she is officially divorced. And people were definitely like, well, it's love and marriage. Where your marriage at? We see the destruction of Martell and Melody's marriage, unfortunately, but like, where's your marriage part? So she says now they are divorced. And then Melody was just like, wait, what? And she was like, well, the silence is kind of loud. She was kind of processing it. So Melody was just like, you know what? I knew y'all had issues. So they flashed back to two things. She felt like he had already checked out and, he wasn't helping as much with the baby. They also show where Destiny did not take LeBeric's last name because her last name was connected to her family and her lineage. So she kept her last name, and that was an issue for LeBeric, apparently. She says they have been divorced for about a month now, and, she just did not want to kind of put her stuff on Melody because she had her own stuff going on, and she has 4 kids. So she just didn't want to add on to her load, and I understand that. But, Melody says, you know what, I would have been there for you. I would have wanted to be there for you. But, she had to go through it on her own, and, just kind of figure out how she feels and what does life look like now. So, I can understand them both wanting to like not burden somebody else, and then Mel wanting to be there for her. But, Mel says, you know what, I pray God gives you strength. I'm here for you. I got your back, period. So it was a nice scene, and it really kind of makes me like scratch my head and like, why do they end up getting into it later on in the season? It's just like, dang, y'all went from me this scene here to like in the previews, y'all gonna have this kind of like combative exchange, and it's kind of like unfortunate for real. Anyway, next we see Marceau. He's in the office. His baby girl calls him on FaceTime. She wants some chips. But okay, I was like, did they put this scene in because there were so many people saying that he was just not a good dad or he wasn't present with his kids? But long story short, the little girl wanted some chips. She didn't know the name brand of the chips that she wanted, so she had to Google it, sent him the picture of it. He said he gonna get it for her. Okay. But Kimmy brought him lunch. I did not know that Kimmy was also a caterer. So she did his meal prep, while they're going through COVID to kind of help him stay on track and eating healthy. I knew she was a nurse, but she's also a caterer. So that's pretty cool. I like to cook too, so that's pretty cool. He lets her know, Tisha is graduating. She has a second master's and asked Kimmy to help. She was like, help plan it? Oh no, I can't do that, but I can help you cook. So then they kind of cut to Tisha and her cousin at a shoe store or like a boutique or whatever, talking about how she kind of overheard Marceau planning her party. So it's like I'm gonna be surprised, like a fake surprise. She kind of, how people be like, I gotta plan my surprise face, even though she didn't really have one. But okay. Anyway, the cousin was like, do you think Kimmy gonna come? She says, you know what, I know the brothers are best friends. I'm over it. Basically, cut back to Marceau and Kimmy. She was just like, you know what, I don't have an olive branch to extend to Tisha because I have not done anything wrong. I am not the bad guy here. Kimmy says, you know what, it's frustrating knowing how Tisha feels. Like, are we friends or not? Like, which one is it? One day we on, one day we off, but she getting her feelings. It's just like, which one is it? Tisha says, this whole like fake spiel to me. I'm sorry. I like Tisha, but it just feels like a fake, like, yeah, God wants us to be at peace and I want to just not talk about the past and I want to be in a good place and just let go of everything. But it's not true. Like, I feel like the past is your storyline for a little bit, but okay. We see Kimmy tell Marceau to just call Wanda, let her, plan the whole thing. And he was like, he's trying to plan it when she's out of town, basically. And, she's like, you know what? Yeah, I can help you plan it out. Whatever. The little girl sent him a picture of what chips she wants from the store. Next, we see Martell. He looked healthy. He looked nice. But Martell going into Destiny's store, he says he's talking about, new life, new opportunities, new business things that he has going on, just like a new life, trying to just like, I guess, get acclimated to a new life. So he's meeting Destiny at her store, the little baby. I think his name is Law, and so that's a cute name for a little baby, Law. He's 9 months old. They discussed this infamous like post that Martell did about his baby girl Milani going off to school for her first day of school, and in the caption he put like 4 down, 1 to go, to kind of acknowledge this other outside baby that he has. You know, we all have seen the post. He was just like, you know what? Let's stop talking about my business, because y'all all got y'all own crap. And yeah, while it is true, I mean, y'all are like the heart of the show. So like, honestly, it's hard to watch. He says, you know what? Stop talking about me. I'm gonna claim all my kids. And Destiny says, you know what? It's the lack of empathy. It's jarring. It's like, you know, it's surprising. It's like, it's the lack of empathy for me, basically. Like, you just kind of don't care. And he's just like, you know what? I mean, what can I do? It's done. I can see both sides, because, I mean, at this point, he's had months to process it. But, like, it's still, like, bro, it's still messed up at the same time, you know. But he has this box of body butters, shampoos, oils that he wants to put in her store, but he's talking about he wants to be part owner in this company. They go back and forth. She said it's not good business because he has not signed a contract. He's saying, with my divorce, it's not finalized officially yet. I guess the money part is not like officially done, so he don't want to sign a contract and all of that. They get into the whole thing about, you know, her and LeBerick, and he was like, you know what, did you put the work in? No, I'm sorry. Destiny asked Martell, did you put the work in your marriage? And he was just like, yeah, 12 years. I mean, Destiny came back and was like, yeah, that's a lie. You had to balance 2 relationships. I was just like, dang, because I mean, he did. I mean, he didn't do it for the whole 12 years, but we know, at least from Melody's song, that 5 years he was balancing like Melody and the other girl. Martell talking about how no man wants a mouth like that, and that's why y'all getting the divorce now. He says, allow a man to be a man or you'll end up alone. Okay. And I ain't gonna lie, it sounds like something that his mama would say, and I like her too. I like all of them, but it just sounds like something a mama would say, like, yeah, you gotta let a man be a man. And I feel like that kind of comes with like, he might cheat, but hey, you gotta let him be a man. He might, you know, neglect you a little bit, but hey, you know, he a man. He might, you know, just not be present, but hey, he's a man. Like, he might not be a good dad, but hey, that's what men do. Like, what? Like, I don't want to teach my son, like, yeah, you can just be a trash because you're a man. No, we ain't doing that over here. But anyway, next scene, we see Melody in her office with the little baby Milani. She's talking on a Zoom call, talking about, you know, going to HBCUs. She can do her entertainer, her concert, and also her like real estate empowerment thing at the same time. I think that's pretty cool, like especially going to like HBCUs, because you have kids who may want to do real estate, may want to, you know, get into that field and just not know how. So that could be a really good thing for her to kind of like, you know, go to those schools and like, hey, you could do it this way, and like, you know, give them a starting point. Honestly, I think that's pretty cool. But she said her song is number 4 on the R&B charts, and y'all, I will not lie, her song is in my playlist right now. So I like the song. I was thinking about like, dang girl, 5 years, like you knew, that's a long time, but like 5 years to cut her off. Now I realize that was too long. But okay, she says the song was number 4. And they see Chris, he stops by. He was the guy that kind of was trying to help Melody and Martell last season with their marriage. He stops by to ask her about the infamous 47 acres. We all know the whole comeback group was trying to like redevelop that land, but he says they're going to be trying to do 40 plus homes, and wants to know if she would be interested to build some custom homes, you know, on that property or on that land. And the homes will be priced at about $250,000, and they'll be starting in like 60 days. And you know, she's interested, but she also doesn't want to have issues with Martell's ego, feelings, drama, nothing. She just don't want to add any fuel to the fire. And I can appreciate her for that, for like wanting to make sure he's okay with it, so there's no more like issues, because y'all probably do have a lot to deal with like co-parenting and like, you know, the anger, the animosity. So you just don't want to have no more issues, especially when it comes to like money and business, because they already have issues from what she has said on an interview before about, you know, money and business. So yeah, there's that. Next we see Tisha's graduation party, and I was a little like irritated because on the own YouTube channel they show her in her cap and gown and thing in her graduation. Like, why not put a little piece of that in this episode? I mean, you know, what are her degrees in? I want to know. But anyway, Marceau says he's proud of her, and you know what, I think too, like, their image on the show was really not great. He kind of just did not seem supportive or caring or loving of her or the kids a little bit. So they're kind of trying to like reshape their image this season, in my humble opinion. So he said he's proud of her, and you know, Mel comes, she wants to support her, and because they're, you know, trying to get back into a good place. So but then the brother asked Kimmy, hey, are you and Tisha, y'all good now? She was like, yeah, we're good. And then the cousin hop in again. Kimmy can hold her own. Like, she ain't moved. She's like, yeah, we good. What's the cousin was like, you know what? You could have had her back about the whole, like, at the reunion, somebody asked, have Tisha and Kimmy had conversations about Mel? Tisha said no. Kimmy says yes. Kimmy was like, what should I have said? If the truth was yes, but she's saying no, you want me to lie too? So it's just like, it seems like, here we go. We don't have Miss Wanda there with her rah-rah. So we got the brother and the cousin with trying to, you know, replace Wanda's rah-rah. She was like, you know, I don't need them talking to me because all of this stuff happened before the pandemic anyway. So why are we discussing the reunion? So now Tisha comes, you know, she said she knew it was planned, but you know, he tried to plan it when Wanda wasn't there. You know, she gives a whole thank you speech about everybody who's been there, who has prayed with her, been there with her, and that is an accomplishment. I just got my master's too in May, so it is an accomplishment for it. And she got 2 masters. Like, go Tisha, okay? Marceau gives her a gift. He said it's timeless and presidential. It was a watch. Okay. Mel got her a massage as a gift, and they discussed, you know, how they used to go to the spa together in their friendship, which was pretty cool. So Marceau asked somebody like, how you know Tisha or whatever, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, we on the other side of the tracks, you know. She's like, Lord. They were like, they basically don't want Tisha to be like the butt of the jokes. And honestly, I don't care about what side of the track she came from and whatever. I care about how she acted on the show. She just, I'm gonna get into it in a couple of on my next little notes. But okay, you know, they kind of joke about that. And you know, Marceau tried to clean it up, talking about, you know, what, I was homeless before and I ain't going for it, because when you knew what you meant when you said the other side of the tracks, stop playing. We all knew you meant like projects, hood, ghetto, pole, X, Y, and Z. Stop playing. But anyway, you know, Kimmy calls Tisha over and says, hey, let's talk. She said, you know what, I love you. I know you feel a way about me right now, but you know, I love you. It was just a disagreement. Tisha gets into this whole thing, and honestly, it's like the same old story from last season. Tisha wanted her to stick up for her. She didn't. She chose to tell the truth. she didn't lie for Tisha. She was like, I thought we were sisters and I expected more from you. You weren't there for me. Kimmy was like, she was like, what do you want me to do? Like, you were lying. I don't understand. She was like, I value family. I want to know that you care. How do you not know she cares because she didn't lie for you? I mean, to me, honestly, her even talking to you right now at this moment, her being there is to show you that she cares. So you're talking about her actions and her words and all this. Yeah, long story short, Kimmy says, you know what? When they're talking about Kiowa, trying to down me, you were silent. You said nothing. So you're asking me to do something that you didn't even do for me. And like, that's not fair. And I agree with her. It's not. I mean, you want me to stick my neck out for you, but when it was my turn, you just was like, yeah, you ain't nothing to say. You on mute. So like, why she gotta be so vocal for you when y'all didn't have that same energy for her? But Kimmy says, you know what? She's spoiled, and we have kind of been catering to her, coddling her, condoning her behavior. And I'm just like, yeah, they probably have. I mean, because she kind of just seemed like, girl, to me, it seems like when Tisha and Mel fell out, she wanted Kimmy to just say, well, forget Mel. I'm going to be just Team Tisha. And Kimmy was just like, no, we've been friends too long for me to just be like, forget her. I'm not going to do that. Like, that's like elementary school stuff, but, Tisha holds spiel, actions and words. And Kimmy was like, you know what? Sometimes I'm just not going to agree with you. And it's okay. We're still family. We're still close. We can still, love each other, but have disagreements. And I'm like, Tisha, yeah, you don't understand it. I'm pretty sure you and Marceau argue or disagree on a lot, especially Miss Wanda. So like, y'all can disagree and there's still love there. So I'm just like, Tisha, I hope the whole season is just not about this whole thing over and over. You didn't have my back against Mel, and you supposed to pick my side. No, I'm just like, we've already seen it. I don't want to see it again. And Kimmy said it's a broken record, and I agree. Kimmy says that she already has her mind made up about her, and what more can she really do? And I agree. Again, I like all the people on the show. I'm definitely like, Tisha, girl, what's your degrees in? But okay. Alright guys, that was the end of my review. I am looking forward to what's gonna happen. Again, you guys, I do like all of the cast members, just in different ways. I do like Martell. I don't think he's a bad guy. He made bad choices, but it doesn't make you a bad person. But he does not help himself at all. Let me say that as well. He make it worse with what he say, his whole disposition at times, but whatever. I do like Melody. I love her song. I want to know what the next song gonna be. I like Destiny kind of. But yeah, okay. All right, guys, that is the end of my review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye.